Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're unpacking some really interesting insights you shared about an organization in Buffalo, New York. Been around 40 years.
That's right. A long-standing pillar of support.
Yeah, and what really struck me from the sources was how sometimes really simple solutions can have just a huge impact.
Exactly. And our mission today, is to really explore how a focused local effort like this one tackles those fundamental challenges kids face.
Right.
It really shines a light on the transformative power of just basic, essential help, which sometimes gets underestimated, I think.
Definitely. So the organization we're focusing on is the Response to Love Center. It's a 501c3 nonprofit.
Tax-exempt charitable status.
Right. Located at 130 Kosciuszko Street. And they're really dedicated to serving the 14212 zip code there in Buffalo.
And the goal here really is to show how directly intervening in basic needs, food, clothes, the essentials, how that can truly improve lives.
Not just for today, right?
No, not just immediate relief. It sets a foundation, kind of a trajectory for long-term well-being. It goes much deeper.
Okay, so let's paint a picture of this 14212 zip code. The sources describe it as, a pretty low-income area.
Yeah.
There's a significant ongoing need for financial support, especially for kids. Families are dealing with some serious economic hurdles.
Hurdles like unemployment, obviously.
Yes, but also, crucially, underemployment. People might have jobs, but maybe not enough hours, or the pay just isn't enough.
Right. And add to that limited access to affordable housing.
Right.
It creates this constant pressure.
A persistent reality for many.
And what's important to see is how these money problems don't just stay as money problems, they ripple out.
Affecting the kids directly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Big negative effects. Think about it. Kids in poverty, sadly, they're more likely to face health issues.
Why is that?
Well, could be poor nutrition, could be inconsistent healthcare access, even environmental hazards you sometimes find more often in low-income neighborhoods.
That makes sense. And academically too, right? They can fall behind in school.
Yeah, because maybe resources like tutoring or after-school programs, they're just not available or affordable.
And then there's the increased risk of behavioral issues, maybe even involvement in crime down the line.
Stemming from all that stress, that instability that comes with poverty.
Yeah, and the emotional toll too. The stress, anxiety, depression from just constant financial worry. And sadly, sometimes even neglect. If parents are just overwhelmed trying to provide the basics, it's like a cycle.
It really is a tough cycle.
Yeah.
Which brings us to the key question. What actually helps break it?
Okay.
What the sources clearly show is that addressing those fundamental day-to-day needs of kids in 14 to 12 is, it's absolutely crucial.
For their well-being right now.
Yes. And maybe even more importantly for their future success, their ability to thrive later on.
And this is exactly where the Response to Love Center comes in.
Right.
Their programs offer that direct, tangible help. Things like food, clothing.
And the basics.
Exactly. But also access to educational resources, other support services. And here's where it gets really interesting. That early, consistent help with just food and clothing, it has this surprisingly profound positive impact.
It does, and you have to ask how. How do these interventions, which seem so basic on the surface, create such wide-ranging good effects?
Okay, let's break that down.
Well, first, think about improved physical health. Obvious? Maybe, but critical. Getting enough nutritious food is essential for kids' growth, their development.
Right, and it links to cognitive development too, doesn't it?
Absolutely. We know malnutrition, especially early on, can really impact brain development, how the brain is wired, how it functions.
So providing good food isn't just
filling bellies. No, it's literally helping build brains.
Right.
It directly supports cognitive skills, which then helps with school performance.
That's huge. And then there's the stress factor.
Big time. It reduces stress and anxiety, not just for the kids, but for the whole family.
Because food insecurity is this constant weight.
A huge burden. So when you lift that, you help create a more stable, more predictable, more supportive home environment. That's foundational.
I remember reading in one source about a kid who just started showing up and engaging at school again once the family got that basic support after missing a lot of days.
Exactly. Those stories tell you so much. And that leads right into increased school attendance.
Makes sense. If you're hungry or you don't have decent clothes.
It's hard to go to school or even focus if you are there. So addressing those needs directly boosts attendance, helps academic outcomes.
And it promotes emotional well-being too, right? Feeling secure.
Yeah, it helps kids feel secure, feel supported. That fosters resilience, positive emotional health. It all connects.
So wrapping this up then, the main takeaway from this deep dive seems to be this really powerful ripple effect.
Undeniable.
That comes from just consistently providing that basic fundamental support to kids who need it. It's more than just giving stuff away. It feels like an investment.
It absolutely is. And, it's interesting. Some sources even suggest a financial return, like for every dollar spent on early nutrition programs, society saves money later on through lower healthcare costs, increased productivity, things like that.
Wow.
It really makes the case that sometimes the simplest solutions are actually the most profound. It's not always about complex policies. Sometimes it's about fundamental human support. That's what can unlock a child's potential way beyond just fixing today's problem. Something to think about.
A really powerful thought. And that concludes our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us.